And let there be no doubt, the commitment of the United States to our NATO alliance and Article 5 is rock solid.
China's top foreign affairs official Wang Yi has met with Russian President Vladimir Putin. China and Russia are reaffirming their close relationship, promising further agreements between the two countries, although they've not said what they would cover. These are pictures of that meeting, which took place a little earlier in Moscow. The timing of the visit, just days before the first anniversary of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, is significant.
China backing Russia in Ukraine will mean World War III, says Zelensky. Recently, according to this article, World War III could break out if China actively support Russia in its year-long battle to subdue Ukraine. For us, it is important that China does not support the Russian Federation in this war. The Ukrainian president told German Daily, in fact, I would like it to be on our side. At the moment, however, I don't think it is possible. Like you have seen the clip from BBC, it says it clear.
And let there be no doubt, the commitment of the United States to our NATO alliance and Article 5 is rock solid. And every member of NATO knows it, and Russia knows it as well. An attack against one is an attack against all. It's a sacred oath. Sacred oath to defend every inch of NATO territory.
Yes, welcome back. That is Joe you just saw. According to this article, Biden hit back at Putin, blaming the US for war and says Ukraine will never be a victory. President says Russian leader can end conflict, calls him a dictator, bent on building an empire, and claims his laws for land and power will fail. A lot happened few days ago. I have a couple of clips I'm going to play so you can see exactly what is going on. NATO chiefs sent out chilling warning. I don't know if you have seen this. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please endeavor to do that. And if possible, why not share this video?
Appetites of the autocrat cannot be appeased. They must be opposed. Autocrats only understand one word: no, no, no. No, you will not take my country. No, you will not take my freedom. No, you will not take my future. And I'll repeat tonight what I said last year in the same place. A dictator bent on rebuilding an empire will never be able to ease the people's love of liberty. Brutality will never grind down the will of the free. And Ukraine will never be a victory for Russia. Never.
Yes, when you take a look at what is happening, you realize this situation is not ending anytime soon. No talks of peace, negotiations are even surfacing. Instead, every single day, the escalation is taking another level.
Landed on Ukraine and a large-scale invasion started. Russia thought that Ukraine would fall in 72 hours, but thanks to the heroic behavior of the Ukrainian soldiers, thanks to the support of the free world, the imperialistic ambitions of Russia were not fulfilled, and Ukraine must win this war. This is why we're supporting them. This is why we thank the United States and all the members of NATO who are sending us the supplies and weapons which are so important. We thank the US who are contributing to our security on the eastern front of NATO so that nobody would think of attacking our territory. Thank you to the allies for their presence, and thank you for supporting us with your troops, supporting our troops. We feel stronger, and the potential attackers will certainly be impressed, and I think in the end the Russian army will have to retire, that Ukraine will prevail and win, and the defenders of Ukraine will have contributed to this big victory, and blood that is going to flow will lead to a big victory. We Poles have the experience of helping, of mutual help, and our Pope.
I read a lot of articles says if Russia is joining China, it means there will be World War III. This sounds like a joke, but I don't take it as a joke. Like you have seen here, it's like these people are well prepared, to go into full invasions against Russia. When this crisis started, I decided to put out a lot of videos. I was following on what was happening. At a certain point, we had to stop because Google decided we should not do videos pertaining to this, especially exploiting these topics. Joe hit back at Putin on Tuesday evening, blasting his claim that the US wanted to destroy Russia and saying that the war in Ukraine was entirely the Russian president doing. He dismissed Putin as a dictator who was bound to lose as he delivered a speech in Warsaw, Poland to mark the anniversary of the invasion and rally support for the fight against Russia. The United States and the nation of Europe do not seek to control or destroy Russia.
Ukraine must win the war.
Yes, if somebody told me that this war could prolong to this land, I would say it's a lie. I never thought by now we'll still be talking this. Like I said at the beginning, every single day, this situation is getting worse. I don't know if these people cannot sit on the table to stop what is going on.
Putin must not win. That would show that aggression works and force is rewarded. It would be dangerous for our own security and for the whole world. So we must sustain and step up our support for Ukraine. We must give Ukraine what they need to win and prevail as a sovereign, independent nation.